What up, everybody? Welcome to the Sounds and Sights Daily Show with your host, Nick Signs. Today, what did we do? We got a bunch of stuff going on, honestly. So, in my notes, basically some of the things that I wanted to do today specifically were editing some TikTok videos, or rather just short form videos, period. One of the things that I've been doing that's actually been working pretty well for my channel and just for my artistry in general is creating videos with Adobe Premiere, not in the app, and then just posting them in all the different places that they could be, which would include, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, although I haven't really been posting as much to Instagram, but I am now, and then also to TikTok, obviously. Actually, give me 1 second. I feel like I can hear my voice is like a little harsh McHarsh on here. Add a little bit more low end boom. Is it too much? It might be too much. How about that? Blah, 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 blah. Good enough for now. Okay, cool. So, yeah, what else has been going on? A decent amount. So one thing that was interesting today was, and this topic might be slightly, it's a little technical, but it's something that I ran across, and it was the first time that I kind of really ran across, so I thought it'd be something that would be worth kind of speaking to. But I did a little sound design session today, and one of the things that happened was I was listening to it on a pair of wireless headphones, because that's just what I happened to be listening to when I was doing it. It was on my laptop, it wasn't here in my studio. But I noticed that when I was going to export my sounds, I would listen to it. It would sound super cool. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll pull up the project after this and just kind of show you guys, see if I can reproduce it. But one of the things that happened was it sounded awesome in my headphones. And then when I went to export it, even just playing it back on those same headphones or anywhere else, it sounded terrible. It sounded super, just very harsh and bright and grating. But it was so weird that it wasn't so that it sounded different. It was more just the fact that it sounded different at all. I don't know what was happening. So I ended up playing around with just like what was going on. Is just basically a monkey playing around with buttons as far as I was concerned, and just trying to figure out what was causing the difference. And what I ended up landing on was actually that it was a sample rate thing. So I usually record at 48 kilohertz, because honestly, I don't even know that there's that good a reason for it. God damn it. Hold on. This is just a side effect of being live. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys what I'm fucking doing here. So I have this processing chain right here, and I have a load of gain. What the? Clack, you fucking piece of shit. There we go. On the high end. There we go. It's a little bit blah 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 ta 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 ba 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 ba. Is that a little bit better? Yeah, that's a little bit less tinny to my ears. Like it was kind of grabbing me and distracting me. So okay, we're gonna go back. Sometimes that happens. There we go. It's better, even in my own ears. And it's funny, like, there's a decent amount of thought that says, just record or just do whatever and, worry about all the other stuff later. But if I, in that moment, just now, I was feeling self-conscious about what I was saying because I felt that it was like, if it was grating to my ears and it was bugging me, all I could think about was that I was going to bug you, and that I would not like the way that it sounded later. So it took me out of the moment, and I couldn't concentrate. So it's interesting that I've had a very similar experience with singing and recording and even frankly just producing, in the fact that, there are various schools of thought on whether you should just, kind of put everything on the canvas at once, throw down your vocals, just kind of roughly put on the song. Don't spend any time mixing or doing any of the technical stuff while you're actually creating. But there's, at least in my reality, not being able to hear a pleasing sound is off-putting to me as the creator, and like instantly is like the best way of reintroducing that kind of self-conscious and overly thinking about it type vibe. So it's actually interesting that even just spending an extra minute doing a little light mixing just to get it to sound in a place where it sounds good, to me, can, it's counterintuitive. It would sound to the outside person that I'm spending too much time, doing technical stuff when I should be doing creative stuff. But really, if I'm not loving what I'm hearing, why would I keep, like, how is that going to put me in a place creatively to keep putting out what I'm doing? So I think it is helpful to make those adjustments. So right now, I'm not mad at all that I just spent 20 seconds and readjusted my mic. I feel much better about it now. I feel like I can speak openly, and I like the way that I sound. So I feel comfortable just kind of letting my soul speak. And that's kind of what music is about too. So it ain't perfect, but it's better than it was before, and I'm glad that I fixed it. So anyway, there's lessons to be learned fucking everywhere, which is why I could do this show 3 times a day. Like, there's just so much stuff that you learn from just paying attention and looking for things to learn. I think that's honestly one of my main strengths, and one of the reasons why I think genuinely that over time I'm gonna like make it, whatever making it is, whatever I kind of choose that thing is. Like, I genuinely think that it is possible. It may not come overnight. It may not come in a year. It may not come in 4 or 5. It may take a fucking long time. But I believe that in kind of having this mindset of just looking for ways to keep it moving, like, if you do that long enough, you will get somewhere, and you will probably get to where you're going. And if you keep, probably even beyond, honestly. Like, one of my coworkers, I don't know how much I should be mentioning other people in these things, but I'll just say one of my coworkers, she had this quote that was at the top of her profile, and honestly, I fucking loved it. It was like, most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but most people underestimate what they can do in a year. And I found that to be like, oh, fucking true. Because, I overplan. I think I overcommit a lot, and that's why I have so many systems that you see this fucking whole notepad of things that I've written down. These are my systems to keep me kind of in check. But with all that said, like, it's amazing. Even if you do half the stuff that you think you're going to do in any given day, if you do just that half stuff for a full year, you'll get really far. Like, it's kind of, once you see the power of just doing something over and over and over again, not even the same thing, not like just doing the same thing expecting a different result, because if you're doing the wrong thing and it's not working, doing it for a year straight is not going to help you. But I just mean spending dedicated effort, trying different things, just doing whatever you need to do to push yourself in the direction that you want over time really works. So it's hard to see though, because, a lot of people, including myself, it's hard, to see that far ahead and to just have this blind faith that things work out. But, I believe that. So I guess that's just, I don't know about the whole faith conversation, but that's the faith that I have, that if I keep trying and if I keep doing stuff that pushes me in the right direction, I will get closer. And hey, I might even get there. And hey, I might even go fucking further than that. And hey, I might even go farther than I ever thought possible. I may look back and be like, holy shit, that happened. So that's what I'd love. But anyway, what else is going on? So yeah, I did a sound design session. And these are just like some of the sounds I was making. Wow, it's so loud compared to my voice. Jesus Christ. Maybe I'll turn this down a little bit. So I was working on a little tear out. Let me turn that down even more. That's crazily loud. I basically cranked that super, super hard. And this is what it sounds like in the shit version. Awful. That's grating to my ears now. I had to turn it down. I'm sorry. I probably fucking wrecked somebody's eardrums right there. But yeah, this was at 40. I should probably put a caption on this. How do I do that? Can I put, oh, caption. Yeah. 44.1 kilohertz. And then this one, oh God, I don't want to play it again. This is at 48 kilohertz. So it's weird. It really made, that was the first time I've ever seen the difference in sample rate really make that much of a difference. It was kind of nuts. Yeah, so I only had really heavy, it was really heavy processing. Like, so maybe the sample rates with that level of distortion, like whatever the samples are fucking doing makes actually a difference in how things distort. Because I basically, I can show you guys actually real quick, because this is a kind of a cool, session. So I did it on my other computer, but let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, I probably need to download it. Let's do offline. This should only take a second. Let me see. Right, downloading it. Boom. Playground thing too. Creative naming. But yeah, playgrounds are just my, my sound design playground. So let's see. I'm going to turn this down because I feel like it's going to be blasting. But, well, let's see. Yeah, it's really loud. I mean, I basically have it cranked to the max. Maybe it looks like a util or something. Boom. All right, so that's at 44. Oh, wait, no, maybe that's at 48. Oh, so I wonder what it sounds like. For one, and it sounds okay at 48. That's fucking weird. Why is that? That's crazy. I don't know. Did I render it out and that's what's playing? No, this is all live. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I don't know what to tell you. So I guess, wow, what should I even say? Like, I think I can dictate, right? How do I do that? FN function, right? Is it this one? I tried to replicate this sample rate thing on my Mac Pro, and it did the opposite, period. At 44.1 kilohertz, it sounded like shit, but then at 48 kilohertz, it sounded like it was supposed to, period. Why? Question mark. So yeah, I have no clue what that's about. Maybe somebody who's smarter than me can go ahead and try and figure that out. But all right, yeah. So what else do we got going on? Blah. I feel like my volume is low again. Volume, 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 volume. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Volume, 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 volume. All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to fix that, but whatever. So what else we got going on? Oh, yeah. So this is the TikTok that I made. It's not a professional TikTok, but it's something that I thought was pretty good. Artistry is present in everything. It's present in your album covers. It's present in your thumbnails on YouTube. All of these things are just opportunities to express yourself and express what you want to say. And I want to say, hey, I'm a person. You can see me. I stream live and I talk about music stuff. So the artistic challenge is, how do I create this tiny ass little thumbnail as something that represents that? It's like taking a song. It's taking the story of a song and figuring out, okay, well, I have this whole story. How do I condense it down into a few lyrics, into a few chords to make it impactful? So it's the same thing. So this is really important, I feel like. This is basically what I was trying to say was, as a music artist, of course, there's creativity in your music, in the songwriting, in the everything around the music. But I think that as artists, you have the glorious opportunity to apply that same fun creativity to anything that you'd like around your music or otherwise. And that's why I get so much enjoyment out of being an artist, because you can make just like that same musical creative challenge, you can find that in anything. Like literally yesterday, I found that in the same way that I try and condense, a feeling or a story from something that happened to me or something that I imagined into a song, is the same way that I condensed and artfully put together this little thumbnail on YouTube. It's like there's so much fun to be had outside of just music. And you can use it to further your music. I remember, I kind of hesitate to quote celebrities and stuff because I feel like I'm kind of putting, I don't know these people personally. I can't, I can't say who they are or what their values system is, but regardless, John Mayer, I was watching an interview, and he made something of a good point around kind of your music is this whole thing. It's a combination of, the lyrics, the mixing, just everything, the album art, the just everything, the music video, all this creative stuff around it. And part of the art of music is to get all of those things working together, like fucking symbiotically and shit. And I think that's one of the fun things that you can do with all these other pieces of art. Like even with this thumbnail, I have this channel, and, being able to make a website, to make the channel, to make the thumbnails, just everything be pushing in this same awesome way, and everything feels cohesive and like it was purposeful, is a real fun thing to do. And it feels rewarding. And I feel like it's just good practice, so that when I want to, create a cohesive message like that, or when I want to apply that same creativity to other things, then I have those, I've kind of really chiseled out my creativity and have practiced it a lot. So, and it's funny enough, the universe really finds ways to speak to you. But I was reading this book, I think it was called The Creative Cure. And one of the things around it was basically, it was saying exactly that. Like, art is just a human being taking something in their imagination and sculpting reality to make it real. And this author was basically like, look around the room that you're in right now. Like, it's art. Everything in this room is fucking art. It's something that wasn't there. Somebody imagined it, did something about it, and then now it exists. So anything that you're looking at is the result of somebody's creativity. And the message of this chapter of this book was basically saying that everybody has the power to be creative. And I fundamentally believe that. So yeah. Yeah. And I can reread what I kind of wrote down, because I probably put it into better words than I'm putting it in now. But Creativity is simply turning your imagination into reality. Taking an idea for a song and turning it into reality. Taking an idea for a business and turning it into reality. Mowing your lawn, transforming your vision of your yard from imagination to reality. It's all the things that constitute creativity, and it's available to everybody. Um, so I think that that's fucking dope. But anyway, so in terms of the things that I did today, also I checked out Looperman, because I don't know, for some reason I feel like Splice, I've been on Splice for a while, and maybe it's just the fact that I'm so familiar with it, and like that I can almost, like I almost know the types of samples that they have. Like there's something different. There's like a unique vibe to it. I can't describe it because there is such a varied, you know, set of sounds. But I guess maybe there are sounds that I want that I've never really been able to find well on Splice. For example, like I think like the pop punk guitars, like just like a Fender Stratocaster, or not Stratocaster, what's it called? Telecaster, the one that's like a little bit more kind of thin, not thin sounding, but like, you know, it has a very specific tone to it for clean guitar playing. Like that, like Millennium kind of style, like guitars. Those I have trouble finding, and those really inspire me. I could write a melody to those, to that type of guitar like nothing. Um, Same thing with emotional guitar, or sorry, emotional piano. You know, there'll be these, you know, either they sound too like cinematic, or they're like kind of the dark trap piano, because like every person on earth is a, you know, hip hop and trap producer right now. So, you know, it's all these kind of one bar repeat piano loops, but that's not really what I'm looking for. So I ventured out a little bit beyond Splice, and I found good things. So I just went on Looperman and that's just one website. And another thing, I guess, something to mention is that I went on YouTube and just found a creator who made these tear out machine gun bass sounds like chun 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 chun, similar to what I was creating myself in that session that I just showed you. And he had for like $8, you could buy the session. So, one, that gives me faith that my business model will hopefully work in the future, where I put all this stuff online and make it, you know, make everything that I do available for you to have and hold and change and do whatever you want with. But two, most importantly, the fact that, um, damn, I got too excited and I completely lost my train of thought. Let me go back. Um, oh yeah, so in two, damn, I really did lose my train of thought. You know, you always imagine that that would happen at some point. And at least I'm not like on a podcast where I have somebody else that would like give me shit and be like, "You fucking idiot, you forgot what what you were talking about mid sentence." I only have my own inner monologue to tell me that, and now I'm saying it out loud. So I guess you know that I'm telling myself that, but um, I was going somewhere with that. Tear out samples. Um, that you could get them. Oh yeah, basically like another avenue of finding new sounds is, and a way to support other creators is like go on people's YouTube page. They have Patreons, they have, you know, Gumroad links or whatever the fuck, and you can literally just download people's stuff, and it's super cool. And the fact that it's, you know, it's kind of hard to find means there's hopefully not a ton of people that have it. So it's not like your, you know, splice sample, which you might end up hearing on 5 different other songs. And, you know, again, that's not that big a deal. Nobody that's not an artist is going to even notice. And a even smaller percentage of artists would even care. And the ones that do, fuck them. But, you know, it's just another thing. Because new things inspire. So just doing my best to try and find some new sounds. Some things I didn't get to do today. Figure out setup for recording. I wanted to be able to film this show, not only going live, because that's 1080p and it's good, but I want to be able to stream this out while also recording myself in 4K, so I could kind of like re-stitch it together later, or even re-upload it as like an actual video versus like a live. Because I'm not sure how lives are indexed in terms of like when you search for things, and I'm sure I could probably redo the description and stuff to make it sound a little bit better, or make it kind of come up a little bit easier in search and all that shit. But yeah, so I didn't get to do that today. I couldn't even actually find the option, so I gotta Google that. I guess I could do that right now. What is it, like Sony A7 IV? It's a camera that I have. Don't judge me, it's expensive, but I fucking love it. It's awesome. Can you stream and record at the same time? See, somebody else has fucking thought of this shit. Overheating. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, this thing overheats like a bitch. I wonder if I can just see in the description real quick if it says that you can do it. Stream. Yeah, it should just be stream and record. Stream and record. Let's try that. Works as a webcam without the need for additional software. Just select the option in the menu, connect it to the computer, launch your streaming platform, and select the camera. It works up to 4K 15. There's no way. It says that 1080p 30 is the max I can go. I wonder if I can change that. There's no way you can stream in 4K. Can you stream 4K Sony A7? Yeah, what? You can do video and audio streaming over USB-C at up to 1080p 60. If resolution is a priority over smooth video. That's not the case, but I could at least do 60 frames per second. All right, so I'm messing with my camera as I'm doing this. Let me see, menu. Oh God, I'm about to change the fucking language of this thing. Oh Jesus, I should probably not be doing this. Image quality. File format. Movie settings. What does it say? Invalid during USB streaming. So what the fuck? All right, I'll do some more research into that later, because I would love to have 60 frames per second. I'm not going to do 4K 15 per second. That's jank. But all right, cool. So I guess I kind of needs more research. Apparently, you can record at 1080p 60 FPS or 4K 15. I can't find it. Needs more research. I did not do this, so maybe I'll do that now actually. And send email. Oh yeah, so I got an awesome email from GIK Acoustics around the treatment for my room. Holy shit, I'm at half an hour. These are supposed to be 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna cut it here just because I don't think anyone's watching. But even if they were, this is 30 minutes, and I think that's as much as I'd like to, do this per day. So anyway, I'm gonna cut it here, but thank you so much for tuning in, as always. I'm gonna keep on finding better ways to post this, be more consistent, and figure out a schedule that works so that no matter what, you guys can see me here. So anyway, thank you for bearing with me, and till next time, rock on.